Hi, I'm Anita with Anita's Creation 633. Today I'm going to be making some tamales. I've been asked several times to show you how I make them. So I'm making two different kinds, which one is using, or should I say, they both use the same dough and the same sauce. So one of them is called rajas, which is jalapeno slices with Oaxaca cheese in the middle. The other one is a chicken tamale with the green sauce. So stick with me and I'm going to show you step by step how to make them. I forgot to turn the camera on, but I just boiled some chicken breast, as you can see, in just water and a little bit of salt and a little bit of onion powder and garlic powder, just a tiny bit. And now I have them cooling down, and now all I'm doing is shredding it. And this is for the green chicken tamales. Okay, what we're going to do with the next one is using the same salsa, the green salsa. We're going to make tamales that they call them tamales de raja. And you use this cheese and you use jalapenos. Now I'm going to I already had them washed up and everything. Now what we're going to do is take this out of the package and we're going to shred it. Okay? So we're going to start, there we go, with the jalapeno. And make sure you wear gloves, because if it's spicy and you touch anything, you're going to regret it. So all we're going to do is split them. As so. So with the spoon, you just remove all the insides of it, and I'll show you. Because that is where the heat is. All those seeds and those veins, those membranes. So, just remove them. Unless you just want them extremely hot, you can leave them in. I have grandchildren that likes these, and people that also like it that can't eat a lot of pepper for one reason or another. So, it's not hard to do, just that simple. See? Okay, so once I have all the peppers done that way, I'll show you the next step. All right, we done de-seeded, de-veined them, and this is all the danger stuff. Some of these peppers so hot they were making me sneeze. So here's all the heat. And here are the peppers. Nice and clean. No more seeds, no more veins, no more anything in them. Okay, we're going to take them and we're going to make strips out of them. We might have to adjust them as far as the length, depending on the husk, how long it is. But for now, that's how they are right now. Okay? Like I said, we might have to adjust it to where we cut them in halves or cut a quarter of it off or whatever. But we're going to do all of the peppers that way. Just slice them. I usually just slice it down the middle, and then each middle piece, I slice it in half. And it's into fours. Okay, I'm going to do the rest of them, and when I'm finished, I'll show you the next step. Alright, they're all sliced up, and here they are. Set that to the side. The next step is to take the Oaxaca cheese. Alright, so this is what it looks like. You kind of just look for an edge. Keep pulling on it until you get an edge. There he goes. Kind of like that. Then all you're going to do is shred it. That's it. Very simple. You want some nice sizes. See? It reminds me of mozzarella almost. I hope you're able to see this. Usually I have you on a tripod, but it's acting up on me. And I really wanted just to get this done. This is what we have now. We have 2 pounds, because that's half of the tub of lard. Then we have 16 cups of maseca. We got 3 tablespoons of baking powder. And we're going to put about 3 tablespoons of salt. What we're going to do first is we're going to empty this, the lard, into the bowl, use the mixer, and we're going to mix it until it's nice and fluffy. Okay, so this is what it looks like after it's been mixed for about 8 to 10 minutes. It almost looked like frosting. See that? Okay. So now we're going to start adding. This is where we're going to have to use our hands. Okay. So now I'm going to put baking powder and salt. Mix it up a little bit. Okay. Here comes the hard work. Get it really mixed up in there with the lard. You can use Crisco if you want to, but to me it just seems to be better with the lard. It gives it a better flavor. They come out fluffier. But again, you can use Crisco with it or any other shortening. Just got to mix this up really, really well. Now we're going to have to put some water in this in just a few minutes. But first I want to get it as mixed up as possible. Make sure you reach way down there and get all of it from the very bottom. You can start seeing that it's really getting mixed in there with the lard. It looks crumbly. I'm trying to take you step by step. The only reason I know this is because as growing up we used to make tamales. And I'll show you a recipe that we used to do sales for the church, and we used to use hamburger meat instead of pork or chicken or anything like that. We used to use hamburger meat, and I'll show you how to do that on one video. Right now I'm just showing you how to do las rajas and the pollo, which is chicken, and then the strips of jalapeno, because it uses the same dough. Okay, I've done dug as far under there as I could, and I don't seem to be bringing much of anything up that's dry. Okay, this is the salsa that you can find on my videos that I make, and I'm going to use this quart jar into the masa. Okay, and now we're going to start adding the water. I got 2 quarts of water. Let's see how much of it we need. Making tamales is a lot of work, a lot of prep work. That's why people charge so much to make them, because it is a lot of work, especially if you're doing it by hand, because you have to mix this for at least 45 to an hour by hand, because there's a specific texture that it has to have for it to be fluffy. We need a lot more water. So I'm not going to make you sit there for the 45 minutes to an hour of me getting it to that point, but I will let you know at the end how much water was used, how long it took, and what it looks like, the consistency of it. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, I've done as much as I can with my hands, and I can't do any more, so now I'm going to do it on the machine because it needs to be mixed for at least another 15-20 minutes. But because I got a bad shoulder, I can't continue doing it by hand. These machines are great to do the work. I just can't do it anymore like I used to. And I'll bring you back. So now that it's all done, we're going to let it sit here and rest. We're going to cover it up so it doesn't dry out. And this is kind of like what it's like. See, still tacky, but it'll hold its shape. See? All right, so we're just gonna let it rest now. And while we were letting it rest, we're gonna get the husk ready. And I'll take you to that step now. Okay, this is what the husk comes in. It comes in a bag. It comes from a little bit of everywhere. So this one is from Mexico. Try to find some that are pretty large and not all full of holes or messed up or anything. So now what we're going to do is open up the package. I've got 2 of them just in case we need it. I'll put that one to the side for now. And they might have a little dirt on them, but we're going to wash them anyways. And try to get the larger ones. Leave the small ones like toward the last. So these are the smaller ones. So we're going to leave them last. So we can always put them together and make a big one. So we just kind of try to clean them off a little bit. Take any loose pieces off. Kind of like that. See this right here? Is the silk of the corn. Just kind of inspect it, get most of it off of there. It won't hurt you if it leaves it in there, but I just don't like it. Like this one right here, we're going to put that to the side because we can always use it for patching up other husk. And we're going to just continue doing this, kind of inspecting them. Alright, I already cleaned them out and everything, as you can see. I've got them in this bowl. And all we're going to do is pour some water in it. And we're going to soak them so they'll be soft. And every now and then, like 20 minutes or so, you can flip them over and get the bottom part of it on top, the top on the bottom. Just to make sure they get really soft and pliable. Okay, the next step. Remember the jalapeno with the tomatillo sauce? Here it is that I can. Like I said, you can find it on my YouTube. So we're going to take it. We're going to heat it up. We're going to taste it. Make sure that it has enough seasoning. Because remember, the chicken, only thing has is some salt. And a little bit of onion and garlic in it. So this is what's going to give it the flavor. It lacks a little bit. Get it started. I'm going to add about a half a teaspoon of cumin. About a teaspoon of adobo. It just needed just a tiny bit. And now let's just heat it up. And once it's heated up, we'll add the chicken to it. But first we'll take out a little bit. Add it to the rajas. You can season it however you want. You might want to add a little more garlic, onion, more cumin, more salt. It's up to you how you want it. Remember, this does have seasoning in it already from day one. But because you're adding it to the chicken, and it's also going to do the flavoring for the cheese and the other jalapeno, you might want to add a little more seasoning to it. That was perfect. Get a bowl so I can take some out for the raja. It is a little bit spicy, but with everything else, except for the rajas, of course, it should calm it down with the chicken. All right. Plenty. And now, let me stir that around a little bit. Make sure it covers the chicken really well. I think it needs a little bit more sauce, so I'm going to go and get some more. All right, let me show you another way of doing it. Take it like a little spatula. It's that fast. You just get your meat, put it in the middle, roll it, and you're ready. Spatula. Like that. Your meat. Roll it over. And you're ready. All right, I'm going to continue until I'm finished, and then when I start the other ones, I will show you how you do those. Okay, same concept. Look for the rough and the soft. The soft goes in the inside. Get your dough. Okay, now once we got that there, then we take a little bit of this salsa, put it in there, grab you some cheese, like so. Grab you some pieces of jalapeno. And we're going to roll it. Like I said, same concept. And there it is. Okay, we're going to continue doing that with all the rest of the jalapenos that are there. Don't put too much cheese because it will ooze out. And again, pull it together and roll it. Now, something that I do that I don't know if anybody else does it, but I do. I take a little extra and I cover it. Reason being, like I told you, that the cheese will melt, will ooze out. You want that cheese in there. So that's what it looks like. Now let me do this one too. Just like that. Okay, I'm gonna continue until it's all done. And then we'll come back and show you the next step. Okay, so now my daughter was showing me that it's easier to cook them and store them if you just go ahead and put them in aluminum foil. And it also helps keeping them together, because sometimes when they're cooking, they'll lean over and they'll spill out or whatever it may be. And this way it'll keep them nice and tight. Not too tight, but tight enough. So these are the ones that we did with the rajas, the jalapenos, and the cheese. So I'm doing 3. And I'm going to fold it over like this. And then fold this over like this. And roll it. Okay. Now, the way I do it, so we'll know what the difference is. These, I make it into a little peak. Okay, and flat at the bottom. That's where they're going to sit, at the bottom. Okay, so I'll know that these are the ones with the cheese in it and the jalapenos. And then the next ones, I'll just fold them the regular way, and I'll show you that in a minute. So these are the regular ones. So we're going to take 3 of those. Also fold them up like that. And you're not going to make them real tight, but kind of a little tiny bit of snugness, but not a whole lot. So that's that. And then these, I just fold them like this and pinch them. Now we know which ones are which. See that? Cheese and jalapenos and chicken. All right, so I'm going to continue doing that, and then I'll tell you exactly how many came out. I know that we did 33 of the chicken. I haven't counted the jalapeno ones yet, and I'll let you know how many that was. Okay. That's as much water as it will take. All right. So now what we're going to do, we're going to start standing them up. You don't want to put them in there tight. Just like when you rolled them up, you don't want to put them tight. You got to have enough space that they can expand. And the very last one, make it lay here. Okay, let me get the lid. I'm not pressurizing it, but I am putting the lid on it. There. Now I'm just going to turn it on, and we're going to cook it for 1 hour and 30 minutes. And we'll be back. They're done. Here's one of the packages. They look good. Rajas con queso and chicken. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, but most of all, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you'll know when I upload more videos that I'm going to try to do more often now. Okay? Y'all have a wonderful day, and God bless you. Bye-bye.